hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So before we get into today's video, just gotta say that today's video is gonna be brought to you by Beautiful Halo, and I gotta say, if you guys want to purchase some really awesome anime merchandise, everything from Boruto / Naruto to Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, click down in the description box and use my link below in order to do so. It's also a really great way to help support the channel. As a bit of an added bonus, a lot of their anime merchandise, like you saw in the video just now, is on sale right now, and there's free worldwide shipping on anything over $29. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today I want to do a very long overdue community response with you guys. And obviously from the title you can tell that we're going to be talking about making Boruto great again, and in particular this is in reference to the anime. And so I originally posted this question back when the anime was on hiatus, and I actually wanted to wait and see how the Kara Actuation Arc was handled on the anime before I actually read some of your responses, because I know quite a few of you guys are probably going to bring up the Kara Actuation Arc, and so I thought it'd be really cool to see what you guys wanted to see happen with the Boruto anime in the future, and whether or not the anime's actually been delivering on that. And so this is going to be something that I'm going to try and do more on a regular basis, which is just talk to you guys in either a Q&A format or a community response format, because it's really fun to interact with you guys. So what I said roughly a month ago is I said, for a future community response with the Boruto anime off of hiatus, what do you most want to see with the Boruto anime going forward? So I want to go ahead and get into these responses. So we got 444 responses, so it looks like we have some pretty good stuff to go through. So BB Gamer says they should do some training arcs where we see the new generation train with the old generation. So I agree with that, but the thing I will say is that we've actually been seeing training episodes. Now I think it's interesting that you said arcs, because that implies you want to see multiple characters, like with, say, somebody from the old generation taking a character and training them over the course of multiple episodes in the arc. I think that that would be something nice to see, actually, because and when you look at these one-off episodes, while it is cool to actually see some training done, whether it be a Nojin working to learn the mind transfer jutsu earlier on in the Boruto series, and then he turns around and masters the mind transfer jutsu when he's training with Ino and Sai. While it is cool to see that over 2 episodes, they're so far spaced apart that some people might have forgotten what happened when Inojin tried to move away from using art and everything and try to learn more of Ino's jutsu. But I mean, we have seen individual training episodes, so I think that a training arc, I think that would be a nice twist, because I don't think that this 1 episode format like what you saw with what was it, Namida training to hone her ability to use her jutsu when Hanabi decided to train her. I think that stuff like that be really good to actually see it over an arc. So I agree, but I disagree at the same time. Vuk Kikos, which shouts out to Vuk Kikos. If I said your name wrong, I apologize, but you are an active subscriber, so I really appreciate that. I see your comments a lot when I read through the comments. So he says, now that the manga has completely explained Kara, the anime needs to flesh out the Jougan. Ishiki can sneeze and wipe the floor with Momoshiki. Jougan needs to be hella broken dojutsu if Boruto and Kawaki are to be rivals. So I guess small spoiler warning right there. If you're an anime only, you probably know who Ishiki is, but you also probably don't know how powerful the guy is. And that's not any cap right there saying that this guy is stronger than Momoshiki. He's significantly stronger. I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to spoil anybody, especially this time of the month, but I will say that I do think that the anime needs to flesh out the Jougan more. I think we need more information in the anime. Like, the manga's done a good job talking about karma, but the anime, we need to start getting some explanation on what the Jougan is. Like, we've had teasers, but we need more meat and potatoes with this, so I agree with that one. So Ashton Column says, oh, I like this one right here. He says, I would definitely like to see the Shikamaru novel adapted where he put the 5 Kage on the shadow possession jutsu. Absolutely. Yo, I cannot wait to start covering that novel, dudes. Like, I talked about seeing some of that novel, but that's not any cap right there. Like, Like Shikamaru is significantly stronger in Boruto right now, like significantly stronger. If you're a Shikamaru fan, that novel, it has like geopolitical issues. It's got a pretty good moment from Shikamaru right there. You see the 5 great nations on the brink of war. Like it is really, really good. Naruto made a huge mistake with the scientific ninja weapon tech. Like that was basically viewed as an act of war by a couple of those Kage because that violates the terms of the peace treaty that they got. Similar to how the Raikage created that chakra cannon, it's the same thing. Naruto had really good intentions, but you know what they say, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. So yes, absolutely. So let me finish the last of your comments, or the rest of it. I just got so excited talking about that novel, man. I cut you off, bro. My apologies. All right, so Ashton says, I feel it would show people everything isn't always sunshine and rainbows in the new era, and that there's still the threat of a new war. Naruto also has a badass moment that fans will love. Definitely want more novels though. It's canon, so it's kind of like getting manga content. I agree with that. I mean, they put these novels in the timeline for a reason, and I think that it's really only right to actually adapt them in the order that they're done. We don't need something like what happened with, say, the Kakashi and Mirai novel, which was the first Shinden novel that came out that takes place after Naruto chapter 700, where you see Boruto still in the academy and Mirai's getting ready to take Kakashi and Might Guy onto the hot springs. That arc, a lot of people said that was filler. That's actually very accurate from what happened in the actual light novel. There's a few small changes, but that's the right number of episodes to hit all the major key points. And so the thing that I would say is that they need to do it where it's done in order. So right now in the anime, this is the perfect time to do the Shikamaru Shinden novel and the Sasuke Shinden novel. Now it's the perfect time to do it, in my opinion. But the anime likes to do things at their own pace. Even going back to Naruto Shippuden, that was the same thing. They adapted all of those novels completely out of order. Dark Renegade 93 says, I want to see Team 7 learn new unique jutsu we haven't seen before. I want to see Boruto use Thunderclap Arrow. That takes place in the manga, so obviously you read the manga. He says, I want to see Mitsuki use some new type of Snake Sage mode jutsu. I would also like to see what new jutsu Naruto and Sasuke have learned in the past 14 years. It's actually longer than 14 years. So the Versus Momoshiki arc is 15 years since the end of the 4th Great Ninja War. We know that from Naruto Boruto the movie as well as the official timeline. And currently where we're at in the anime right now, we're approaching that 16 years since the end of the 4th Great Ninja War. So I agree, it'd be cool to see Sasuke use Ice Release like how he did in Sasuke Retsuden and in the Sasuke Shinden, the Teacher Star Pupil novel. That'd be really cool to see that done. It's an imitation of Ice Release, but it's so damn good that you can't tell the difference between what Sasuke did and somebody that has the Kekkei Genkai. Sasuke's mastery of that Rinnegan's on a completely different level. Now, the thing about Team 7 learning a new unique jutsu, I've done a video talking about how Sasuke trained Sarada and Mitsuki, and it's in that training arc that Sasuke has in the Sasuke Shinden, the Teacher Star Pupil novel, which is also where Sarada has her 3 Tomoe Sharingan. But it's in that novel that Sasuke teaches them the Lorentz gun, which is a really complicated jutsu that even working together, Sarada and Mitsuki, they can't learn it. Sasuke basically gave them a really complicated jutsu that Sasuke can use no problem whatsoever, but they're struggling to use it as a tandem, and it's impossible for them to be able to use it on their own. So I think that would be cool to see that, and it kind of kill that whole smoke that people are blowing about how this new generation is just filled with prodigies and they learn everything very quickly, because Sasuke stepped in and said, okay, yeah, you're talented, now try and learn this shit right here. So yeah, I agree with that. So Almighty Jonine Hall says, I like to see what some of the old generation's doing. Haven't seen them in a while. Yeah. Like, I think the best way you handle that, I really think the best way you handle that is you have different members from the old generation just accompany Boruto and them on missions, or accompany some of the newer generation on missions. Like, I definitely think that when it comes to some of the new gen, like, it's cool that you have like people like Udon Jougan and Moegi and Konohamaru doing the thing where they're guiding some of the newer teams and how you have Sai leading a team. I mean, that's cool, but it would also be nice to see how maybe somebody like Tintin, no memes included, or somebody from that other generation that we've had more time to actually grow with, actually lead the teams. Like, imagine Rock Lee being a squad leader. Like, that'd be so awesome right there, man. That would be so awesome to see Rock Lee accompany them. Like, I think Rock Lee leading a team with Boruto on it on a mission, that'd be really fun to see, just based on how over the top Rock Lee is and how Boruto has a little bit of an attitude. So I think that that'd be cool, man. That's a missed opportunity. So Alvin My Sonnet, if I said your name wrong, I apologize. He says, personally, I like to see them adapt more of the novels to give a break between those filler arcs. Hearing you talk about the Shikamaru novel going off at the 5 Kage Summit sounds very interesting. It would expand the universe more for people like me who don't read the novels. Yes, I agree with you. Like, that's been like my big thing. Like, when you really look at the novels and the extra information that Kishimoto gave in the 8 Naruto supplemental guidebooks that wasn't fully explored in the Naruto Shippuden anime, and you look at the novels we have set in the Boruto era right now, like, that is such a missed opportunity. Like, I can guarantee you right now, if they adopted Kakashi Retsuden, Sasuke Retsuden, and Naruto Retsuden right now, you could have up to a year of content based on those 3 novels right there if you do them properly. Like, if you do 8 or 9 episodes of pop, I guess that wouldn't be a year. That wouldn't be a year. That would be probably what, a little over half a year, but still, like, that would be a lot of content. And I know based on my own videos that there's quite a bit of interest in the Sasuke Retsuden novel, and the Kakashi novel has some stuff where if you look at the philosophy of the Sage of Six Paths, you can make the argument based on that novel that Kakashi embodies what the Sage of Six Paths was trying to do when it comes to seeking peace and understanding. And Kakashi has some insane string feats in there. And like the Naruto Retsuden novel, it shows you a different side of Naruto where you see Naruto, and I'm going to talk about this in the future, so I don't consider this a spoiler because the anime takes so long adapting this stuff, if they even do it, that I don't even consider it a spoiler. But you know, Naruto, with that illness that Naruto has in those novels, like just training Boruto, Naruto has a really heartbreaking scene where this dude's suffering a miniature heart attack and he's having trouble molding his chakra, and because Boruto has no idea what's going on with his father, Boruto has a moment where he basically kind of snaps back at his father because Naruto's trying to hide everything from his family because he doesn't want to worry them. And Naruto says, like, I need to go back to the office, I have work to do. You see Naruto struggling to keep it together, struggling to keep his breathing together, that way he doesn't worry Boruto, and Boruto's just in his own little world, has no idea about it. Like, that really shows you a lot of growth in Naruto's character. Like, there's so many good moments in that novel right there. Like, I would love to see that. But yeah, I agree with you, that's a missed opportunity. Okay, overall, man, this is a pretty fun discussion, man. I'll probably do another one of these, probably another week or so. You know, we're over 150,000 subscribers, so I gotta start getting some stuff ready for the 150,000 subscriber Q&A. So, you know, just stay tuned for that. I am gonna do that one. You know, I gotta finish up a Q&A based off of the last video, and then we'll just roll into this 150,000 subscriber Q&A. So, I mean, as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.